Other news coming in at this hour. Agnes Setshwantsho, who is accused of murdering her niece to claim insurance money, has been denied bail in the Molopo Magistrates Court in Mahikeng in the northwest. Magistrate Duane Spandiel ruled that she did not present sufficient evidence to warrant her being granted bail. Now, he said Setshwantsho was a flight risk as she has numerous homes across South Africa, and also expressed concern for the safety of the 5 witnesses. Now, as Setshwantsho is familiar with them, the magistrate further highlighted that the community at large may also be at risk. Setshwantsho is standing trial for murder, fraud and defeating the ends of justice. It is alleged that she killed her niece after taking out an insurance policy with 3 million rand in her name. She further obtained a policy for Sameng's younger sister for 2 million rand. The case was then postponed to the 28th of March for further investigation. Our reporter Zebulon Maine and video journalist Tumelo Sitlabitsi filed this report.
We are just coming to you outside Molopo Magistrate Court, where the court has just handed down the judgment on the bail application of Agnes Setshwantsho. You'll remember that Agnes Setshwantsho was arrested last year in November. He was arrested for murder, 2 counts of fraud and defeating the end of justice. And this week on Monday, we have heard the state making the application as to why Setshwantsho should not be granted bail. They have outlined a number of reasons that she's a flight risk because he's having a passport, he has multiple addresses, and also they stated that he might evade arrest because of the porous borders of our country. But today we have had the Magistrate Spandiel giving us the judgment on the bail application, where he denied Setshwantsho a bail application, saying that she's a flight risk and also she does not have a fixed address. But now we are going to speak to advocate for the defense, and Mahikeng, who's going to tell us what his next step with regards to this matter. Advocate Mahikeng, thanks very much for joining us. It's been a tough road for you, and we've heard today that Magistrate Spandiel denying your client bail. What is the next step? What's your reaction first, and what's your next step?
Thank you, my brother, for having us. Look, we're taking her back, but we expected that it will go either way. It will either go in favor of the applicants, which was Ms. Setshwantsho, or it will go in favor of the respondent, which was the state. We will make a request for the written judgment. We'll make a request for the transcribed record of what has been going on since we started the matter. We'll study both the transcribed records and the written judgment from the learned magistrate, and we'll take it from there. However, our view is simply that the magistrate may have erred in a number of issues, specifically when one issue that I may bring that comes to mind is the issue that Ms. Setshwantsho did not disclose that she had her medication with her when she was arrested. I don't know whether if you'd recall, but she had said on record that she was arrested with her medication. She had it in her possession. What she did not have was the needle that she used to inject herself, and the police were made aware, and she could not access the needle, so she could not use the medication. So as and when she was placed under police custody, she had informed the police, and she had placed it on court record that she informed the police thusly. So there are quite a number of issues again. I would not want to mention them specifically, but there are quite a few things that I believe that the court has had. Our options in law is that we approach now the High Court to look into the decision of the learned magistrate. And this is not an indictment on the magistrate, it's just an indictment on the process flow as to what we need to do in favor of Ms. Setshwantsho. Yes. And are you saying that you are going to continue with this bail application in the higher court? Yes, if the instructions come from Ms. Setshwantsho, because when I was speaking to her, she's in high spirits considering the decision. I would have expected her, to collapse and to collapse emotionally, that is. But she's in high spirits, she's okay, she understands the decision, she appreciated the decision by the judgment by the magistrate, she understood the position of the magistrate. So she's, contrary to what I expected, she's okay. But it's something that I need to discuss with him. We are going to Setlagolo next week, Tuesday. We're going to see what happens there. The state did not say to this court what is happening to Setlagolo. We can never know what is happening to Setlagolo except that which we have in our possession, which we were told by the state. So the state failed to place on record what is happening in Setlagolo, despite being specifically asked about Setlagolo. So there are quite a few things that they need to be looked at. They need to be given a second glance, which will then assist the process in its entirety. But remember, we still have the trial of this matter where, I believe that most of the issues that were put to bear in the bail application will be ventilated properly in the trial of this matter. But for now, let's get the written judgment, let's get the transcribed records, and let's see how far we go with those.